Fish counts thus far suggest this could be the lowest return of McKenzie River wild Chinook on record. Returns of hatchery Chinook salmon are also lagging, jeopardizing hatchery production goals.
In fact, we've only got about 75 of them collected, and we need somewhere in the neighborhood of 450. Leaving the season open for anglers to catch the hatchery fish out there would probably take away from us being able to meet our broodstock needs.
The shortage of hatchery Chinook is partially attributed to poor survival of juvenile fish that were released early from the Leeburg hatchery during the Holiday Farm fire in 2020.
We were advised by the Eugene Water and Electric Board that they were going to have to roll the roll gates all the way up during the fire, that the debris and everything could flush out through the dam and not go around the dam if it happened to plug it up. So when they did that, that dried up the hatchery. And so as the water was going down and the fire was starting to climb over the hill here, we made an immediate decision to come down and release the fish out of the hatchery, because we knew that leaving them in the hatchery, we'd have 100% mortality. Putting them in the river, at least they had a chance.
The depressed numbers of wild and hatchery salmon prompted Fish and Wildlife to continually staff and monitor the fish ladder at Leeburg Dam. Here, biologists identify every fish that comes through and routes them accordingly.
The water is bubbling out and down the fish ladder, and so when they go out onto the table, there's not much water left. There's some, but there's not a whole lot, and we can take a look at the fish and see what they are, make a decision. Then if it's a wild fish, it goes into one pipe, goes right back to the river. If it's a hatchery Chinook, then it goes down this near pipe here and drops into a holding tank.
Other changes include the temporary closures of the Leeburg hatchery and the nearby McKenzie hatchery. Both are closed to comply with Oregon DEQ permit conditions. No fish are present in the facility's production raceways and show ponds. Both are expected to resume operations in November. But until then, these normally visitor-friendly hatcheries are ghost towns.
We are decommissioning the Leeburg Hydroelectric Project, which is just east of Eugene in the mountains along Highway 26, because it's the least cost option available to us.
You heard that right. Leeburg Dam will be decommissioned and removed. The Eugene Water and Electric Board stopped generating power at this site in 2018 due to the discovery of seepage and leaking along the Leeburg Canal.
The options ranged from fully recommissioning it and bringing it back into service to fully decommissioning it. And so in January 2023, our Board of Commissioners voted to decommission it. And basically what that will involve is removing the Leeburg Dam, returning Leeburg Lake to a free-flowing river, and then the option actually that the board chose involves keeping the Leeburg Canal and repairing it to convey stormwater. The option of removing the canal completely costs more money. So we're doing the least cost option there.
The changes won't be noticeable to motorists passing by on Highway 126 for several years. But eventually, the placid body of water known as Leeburg Lake will look more like the rest of the free-flowing McKenzie River.
Something worth noting, a lot of folks love the area. They love doing recreation and boating on the lake, but a free-flowing river will provide alternative recreational opportunities. And that was something we considered as we conducted the analysis, because we did a triple bottom line analysis, and that means that we looked at the social, environmental, and financial factors. And the financial economic factors weighed heavily on us. We're a customer-owned utility, so any funds that we spend are ratepayer dollars. Those are our customers directly paying for those projects. But the social impacts of recreation and the environmental impacts, the benefits or not to fish species and wildlife were also really important to us.
There are some bright spots. Steelhead fishing remains open on the McKenzie River, and it appears there will be a coho salmon fishery for the first time beginning in October.
We don't know what happened, but there was some silver bullet out in the ocean that caused the steelhead to just come back gangbusters this year. So we're getting close to 2,000 fish that have climbed over the dam so far this year, and the fishing has been very good on the McKenzie this year, and we expect that to continue.
There are no changes to trout stocking in Willamette Valley water bodies, nor any reductions in production of trout or salmon as a result of the temporary closures of the Leeburg and McKenzie hatcheries. Until the two hatcheries resume operations in November, anglers can continue to park in designated areas to access fishing spots. From the McKenzie River, I'm Brooks Snavely for The Great Outdoors.